Russia's Belgorod region has once again been attacked by Ukrainian drones. The governor of the region, Vyacheslav Gladkov, announced this on his Telegram channel. The governor said that an administrative building was hit and that a car was set on fire as a result of the drone strike. The footage released by Gladkov shows a suicide drone hitting a car and burning it. 3 people were injured as a result of the drone attack. Several cultural institutions in the city of Belgorod, including a shopping center, have suspended their activities.
Слава Богу, что никто не пострадал. Сейчас беспилотник ударил по зданию правительства. Небольшие разрушения, но все поправимо. Поэтому, уважаемые друзья, осторожно и внимательно прислушивайтесь к сигналам опасности. Подписывайтесь на канал, который позволяет получить информацию и спасти свои жизни. Всем доброго дня, здоровья и добра.
Ukrainian aviation has struck the command post of the occupying Russian army in the city of Soledar, located in the occupied Donetsk region. The strike was carried out by a fighter jet belonging to the Air Force using a Western-made aerial bomb. As a result, the command post, along with the occupying forces inside, was blown up and destroyed. Only a small number of Russian soldiers who were not inside the building survived. It should be noted that Ukrainian aviation has increased its strikes on the positions of the Russian army in occupied territories, as well as in border regions of Russia. These strikes, carried out with Western-made aerial bombs, have resulted in the destruction of a significant number of Russian occupying forces and military equipment. Fighters of the 210th Separate Assault Battalion of the Armed Forces of Ukraine have neutralized a Russian sabotage and reconnaissance group that attempted to enter one of the settlements in the Zaporizhia region. Some of the occupiers, who were moving in small groups and trying to take positions in residential buildings, were destroyed using kamikaze drones. Ukrainian fighters later threw hand grenades into basements where the occupiers might have been hiding and fully took control of the area.
Over the past week, the situation in the Sumy region has worsened, and at a rather accelerated rate, said Ukrainian military expert Oleksandr Kovalenko. It was officially announced that the Ukrainian army had driven the enemy out of the village of Bezsalovka. The presence of Russian occupiers in this village was not specifically reported, neither by the General Staff, by monitoring channels, and this was correct. After all, while the Ukrainian army was conducting certain actions in the Tyotkino area, the remotely operated vehicles tried to enter the rear of our units along the right bank of the Volfa River. This feint ended in failure for the enemy, he added. In the zone of greatest control of the ROV, north of Sumy, everything is also not going according to plan, and this zone is gradually becoming smaller, shrinking. Konstantinovka and Alexeyevka, one might say, have changed their color to gray. The remotely operated vehicles cannot hold them. At the same time, up to a company of occupiers were blocked by this very gray in the Zoloterovsky Reserve. Oleksandr Kovalenko said, "Things are bad for the 76th Airborne Assault Division unit in the Yunakivka area. They are unable to reach the southern outskirts of the village, and Pervo-Mayskaya Street has been and remains their main line of defense for more than a month and a half. No improvement, but with the prospect of worsening the situation. The exit to Verachino through Yublonivka and Vodolahi for the units of the 11th and 83rd Air Assault Brigade has been suffering failure after failure for exactly 2 months. In the Novonikolevka area, the situation has worsened for the ROV, which was also caused by the events in the Alexeyevka area. The breakthrough to Sadki was also unsuccessful for the units of the 106th Airborne Division and the 810th Marine Brigade. Moreover, for the 810th Marine Brigade, things are very bad and, it seems, without reinforcements in the form of North Koreans, it will soon be a stretch to call them a brigade. It is not surprising that Alexander Lapin's hat flew off, because Putin's unfinished buffer zone is crumbling not by the day, but by the hour. On the other hand, the appointment of Yevgeny Nikiforov as commander of the GV North can significantly catalyze the meat assaults in Sumy Oblast, since this colonel general is a well-known butcher who does not consider losses to the last detail. It is unlikely that Nikiforov will use any innovative methods of conducting military operations, and in order to at least slow down the failure in the Sumy region, he will clearly try to flood this zone with an excessively large number of human resources, the expert said.